And we welcome you into the next edition of Dodgers Down on the Farm for High at Great Lakes. And what a week it was for the Loons as they qualified for the playoffs by winning the Midwest League division. You know, in the minor leagues, if you win your division for either half, you qualify for the postseason playoffs. And after the series with Dayton, after the first game of the series, the second to last series of the first half for Great Lakes, the Loons were down 8.5 games and came all the way back and won their division for the first half. They went 5-1 this week at Fort Wayne. What a great week it was for the Loons. They qualified for the playoffs, and guess who they get to play this week? They have a 6-game series with Dayton, the team that they just overtook to win the Midwest League. So I would imagine that series is going to have some intensity. It is going to be must-watch TV. So if you're in the area, get your tickets, go see the Loons. If not, tune it in on MILB TV or just follow Dodger Poke, and we will have all of the information that you need for this series coming up this week. So let's not waste any more time. Let's get to it, and let's see, and let's watch all of the video action from last week's games. Let's start the video section with Alex DeJesus. If I would click play here, DeJesus has been just absolutely fantastic for the High A Great Lakes Loons. He had another 2-hit day on Sunday. His average is all the way up to 280. His OPS is at 888. So very good year for him. He's hitting 315 in June, so he's been very hot this month. He has a 10-game hit streak. He has hits in 13 of 14. He has hits in 17 of his last 19 games. So what more can you say about the third baseman? He can play some shortstop too, but Alex DeJesus. Eddys Leonard has just been absolutely fantastic at shortstop, and his stick has been very good as well. You're seeing his second consecutive 2-hit day for the Loons in their 11-3 win on Sunday. He extended his streak to 5 games in a row. He has hits in 5. He has 5 for his last 13, I should say, with 7 total bases. And like I said, he's played a very, very, very good shortstop. So Eddys Leonard, very good player, very high prospect in the Dodgers organization, and he's showing just why. Don't quote me on this, but I do believe, if I can hit mute here, that Emanol Vargas has the highest on-base percentage of any player in the Midwest League. You might ask Brad Tunney or somebody who's a little closer to me. I have not looked up all the stats of the Midwest League. I do think I heard that, to where Emanol Vargas has the highest on-base percentage of any player in the Midwest League since mid-May. So if you want confirmation on that, just message Brad Tunney or ask somebody who might be a little bit closer to that. But what you're seeing here is the good offense that he continues to play. Another 2-hit day. This was from Sunday. That extended, he's hitting 307 in June. His on-base percentage in June, we're getting to that right here. So his on-base percentage in June is 442. His on-base percentage in May was 425. So somebody has been better than that in the last 2 months. They would have had to have been very, very, very good. So not only can Emanol Vargas, he ended 2021 very hot as well. Not only can he hit, this guy knows how to get on base. Jorbit Vivas had a big day for Great Lakes on Sunday with 3 hits, 2 RBIs. You're seeing him on this video here. 3 total bases. That extended his hit streak to 5 games. He is 5 for his last 11. He's hitting 301 in June with an OPS of 878. He is an explosive young hitter, one of the top prospects in the Dodgers organization, and there is good reason why. Jose Ramos, one of my favorite young prospects. He just is cool to watch, man. He has so much just God-given ability to play this game. He's so explosive. He had a huge game, too, on Sunday with 2 hits, a double, a home run that you're seeing on your video here. 3 RBIs, 6 total bases. He's homered in 2 games in a row, or he had as far as the Sunday game. So he homered in Saturday's game, then also in Sunday's game. That extended his hit streak to 4 games, a streak of which he has 6 for 16 during those 4 games. He's hitting 265 with an OPS of 881 on the year. We know he plays great defense. So Jose Ramos, one of my favorite young prospects in the Dodgers organization. Carlos Duran, just incredible upside. He has the hesitation move on his windup. He's 6'7", so he gets a lot of vertical drop on his fastball. Then there's that fastball, and he has that big breaking ball. There's another good fastball that he got for an out. So big time pitcher. And Carlos Duran, I had a chance to talk to him, so you can go to the Dodger Poke Report YouTube page. There's that big breaking ball. That's not his best one. That's kind of his get-me-over. There's another good teardrop breaking ball for him. And I believe there's another one coming up right there. There's the good breaking ball for strike three. And you can see the confidence he pitches with. He has a great style to him. I had a chance to talk to him. I had an interpreter. We had an interpreter in the interview. So go to the Dodger Poke Report YouTube page for that. He needed just 30 pitches in his 3-inning scoreless outing on Sunday. He's yet to allow an earned run since he's come back off of the IL. Like I said, he has a unique mixture of being tall, big vertical drop to his fastball, being 6'7", the unique timing in his motion, and the big breaking ball. So Carlos Duran is a big-time prospect in the Dodgers organization. Johnny DeLuca, kind of like Ryan Noda, has a very unique set of skills in the sense that he leads the team in home runs, but also in stolen bases. He's such a great athlete with the amount of power that he possesses, and he's raised his batting average something like 40 to 50 points in the last month. So Johnny DeLuca, you're seeing a triple here for Great Lakes as the weather's warmed up, so has his bat. He's always had the power. He's always had the athletic ability to steal bases. He's tied for the team lead in triples with 2. He leads the team in home runs with 17. And like I said earlier, he also leads the team in stolen bases with 10. So Johnny DeLuca, the young man who is from California but went to college at Oregon, can beat a defense in every which way that he needs to. Congratulations to Ben Harris, who got moved up to Double-A Great Lakes. He made his debut at Great Lakes. You're seeing his debut, I should say. And so congratulations to him. He is a left-hander, as you see, out of Georgia, that was picked in the 8th round of last year's 2021 draft. A lot of potential for him. He locates the ball very well. He has the slider, the good four-seam riding fastball up in the zone. You see the good carry on the fastball down in the zone. And there's that fastball that he likes to throw on the inner half to right-handers to saw off right-handed hitters. And he also hits that 4 slot, which is down and away to right-handers you saw on that last pitch. So Ben Harris has a good offering, a very good pitcher, a lot of potential, the left-hander out of Georgia. Ismael Alcantara had 2 hits for the Loons on Saturday, including the double that you're seeing that gave them the lead that they never gave back. At the time, Alcantara had hits in 4 of his last 5 games. He had multiple hits in 2 of his last 4. So Ismael Alcantara is starting to get hot with the bat. He's one of the most respected players on the team. His teammates love him, and he's starting to get hot with the bat. Lyle Lockhart Jr., the young man out of Friendswood, Texas, who went to Houston and then was the Friday night starter for Arkansas last year in 2021. In his last performance, gave up 1 run in 4 innings. He had 4 strikeouts, just 1 walk. This was from Thursday. His ERA is all the way down to 2.19. His whip, which is walks and hits per inning, is just 1.22. He has only allowed more than 1 run in an outing just twice in his 13 outings. And in those 2 outings where he gave up more than 1 run, guess how many he gave up? Yeah, just 2. So what a reliable pitcher this young man is. Lyle Lockhart Jr., I had a chance to talk to him. I had a chance to feature him. Wonderful young man, like I said, from Friendswood, Texas. So if you want to hear from him, you can either go straight to the Dodger Poke Report YouTube page and find the Lyle Lockhart Jr. interview, or go to DodgerPokeReport.com and you can search the Lyle Lockhart Jr. there and read his entire feature, and the interview is linked at the top of that. So Lyle Lockhart Jr., very good year for him. Very, very, very good pitcher. Whip of just 1.22, ERA all the way down to 2.19. Kyle Hurd had a good outing on Thursday as he allowed 1 earned run in 4 innings. He had 4 strikeouts. The earned run he gave up was his first earned run he has given up in the entire month of June. And if you erase his May 25th outing, which is clearly an outlier, if you look at his stats, that May 25th outing is clearly an outlier. He has given up just 3 earned runs in its other 10 outings, and that spans 33 innings. So this dude, Kyle Hurd, has been absolutely money. I've said it a couple times, and that is that Cole Duensing reminds me of Goose Gossage. So I went back and I compared the two's motions. I put them side by side. That is Goose Gossage on the left. That is Cole Duensing on the right. And so you can see their motion side by side all the way through the motion, and you can see just how similar they are. Duensing has been just unbelievably good. He still hasn't allowed a run in June, which spans 6 outings, and in those outings he has 12 Ks and just 3 walks, so a 4-to-1 strikeout to walk ratio. And since his first outing in June, which was on June 2nd, he's given up just 3 hits. His fastball has been on point, and everything else has played off of that, so Cole Duensing is having a big year. Here's the celebration for the Great Lakes Loons, and I'm going to go ahead and stop talking, and I'm going to let you listen to manager Austin Chubb as he inspires his team. This is the night that they won the Midwest League. As you can see, Austin Chubb had some pretty inspirational words. This was the night that they won the Midwest League. Very exciting times for them. You can tell how excited they are. And they won it over the Dayton Dragons. As I said earlier, the team that they play this week. So that series with Dayton ought to be very exciting. It ought to be filled full of just a lot of drama and some revenge probably for Dayton. So I'm excited to watch that. You're looking at a 2-hit night for the Dodgers' #1 prospect, Diego Cartaya, who has absolutely lived up to the billing. He leads the Loon in average at .315. He leads Great Lakes in on-base percentage and OPS at .943. He is a great player that is absolutely living up to the billing. I'm glad that you tuned in to another edition of Dodgers Down on the Farm for High A Great Lakes. What a week it was for the Loons, as I said earlier, as they clinched the Midwest League title, as they qualified for the postseason playoffs, and as they went 5-1 against Fort Wayne. And so, great week for the Loons. It was one that they will not forget anytime soon. So I'm glad that you've tuned in and you saw some of the action in the Dodgers Down on the Farm podcast. I also hope that you visit DodgerPokeReport.com or visit Dodger Poke on all the social media platforms, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, or TikTok. This is also going to become a podcast. So go to the podcast streaming service of your choice and search Dodger Poke Report or search Dodgers Down the Farm. The podcast is called Dodgers Down the Farm. It is produced by Dodger Poke Report, so if you search either one of them, you will find what you want. We will have a podcast for all 4 affiliates, AAA Oklahoma City, AA Tulsa, this one, which is for the High A Great Lakes Loons, and then the Low A Rancho Cucamonga Quakes. As always, I'm glad that you've tuned in to the next edition of the Dodgers Down on the Farm podcast, and go Dodgers!